Hello everybody, Struggling to 1000 here, reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. You called me at the end of the last episode, ending on this screen, which I've obviously kept on the screen right now to the beginning of this episode, because we're in the middle of technically a talkative cutscene. Because last episode, we managed to catch the legendary Pokemon Cresselia, which was the last of the quest for us to do, and then we got tasked to find 3 pieces of wood to allow us to get ourselves the Pixie Plate, which is another brand new item that debuted in Generation 8, specifically. And yeah. Volo. I'm sorry, dude, but if I had an Ice-type Pokemon, I would literally have that Pokemon, Ice-type Pokemon, freeze you to a popsicle at this point. Yeah, it's indeed one of the places that we've been searching for. What do you mean, a plate? Let me see that again. This does rather look like one of the plates you've been tracking down. While the engravings upon it made it less than accommodating as a cutting board, whatever ingredients crossed it certainly gained a more pleasant flavour. Perhaps that was the board's power. The plate's power, rather. Well, no more need saying. What do you two intend to do now? Well, we've managed to collect quite a lot of plates by now, but I still don't know what we're to do with them. Exactly. It's just a hunch, but perhaps we should have a look around the Celestica ruins. Those ruins contain statues of both Dialga and Palkia. They might hold more secrets. I see. A fine pretext to continue shirking your mercantile duties, to crawl about in old ruins as you so enjoy. On with you then. Alright, so Volo is going to be meeting us at the Celestica ruins. We know where that is. It's back in Coronet Highlands. Now, of course, with this, I would definitely be saying one thing up front. This is approaching the end game of the post game. But even when we've actually completed this, we are still not yet done. We're going to warp over to the summit camp. Because Volo will be waiting for us right here. Have a look at this, Bella. This statue has been kept here far from the statues of Dialga and Palkia. Broken and shattered, and yet it remains. Do you know what it is? Oh? You're the greatest wielder of Pokemon this land knows. The one who could bring low even Dialga and Palkia. But it seems certain things are beyond even your grasp. This crumbling statue once was the figure of a Pokemon, one that was equal to both Dialga and Palkia, yet banished from our world. The great Pokemon Giratina. It was banished for its violence, left to dwell in a world on the reverse side of our own. It is a being that has lain in water for the chance to bare its fangs in defiance and tear down Arceus itself. Now tell me, if this Giratina desires more than anything else to challenge Almighty Arceus, where do you think it might appear? Mount Coronet? Exactly. Where one is closer to the heavens than any other place in Hishui, and where the space-time rift first opened. Yeah. Volo. From the minute of the post-game first starting, I was mentioning about having suspicion on him. This is where the suspicion starts to fulfill. I can feel it. We are getting closer to uncovering the secrets of this world. I dare say the excitement is loosening my lips more than it should. But, you see, ever since I was young, whenever I met with something painful or heartbreaking, I couldn't help but wonder why life was so unfair. Why I was cursed to live through such things. Of course, I imagine we all go through something like that. Eventually, I chose to direct all my energy into my own natural curiosity and ambition. And what tickled my curiosity more strongly than anything were the mysteries to be found in legends, in history, in ruins. You see, I fancied that by unraveling these mysteries I could find out how the world itself came to be, and with that knowledge, maybe even forge a new, better world. Now we can find the realm that exists on the reverse side of our world and meet the Creator's unwanted child banished therein. Perhaps then we'll be able to understand the nature of Almighty Sinnoh itself. Don't you want to see it with your own eyes? We must make for the Temple of Sinnoh at Mount Coronet's peak. Dialga and Palkia both appeared from within the rift that once gaped open there, didn't they? If these places can call anything at all, it seems likely that this is where it would appear. So, yeah. Volo is talking about the legendary Pokemon Giratina, which is the Pokemon we did not get to talk about when I did my Let's Play on my Brilliant Diamond Hooplock Nuzlocke. Because I mentioned the legendary Pokemon Palkia for Shining Pearl, and you saw me capture the legendary Pokemon Dialga, and of course we saw both Dialga and Palkia here in Legends Arceus. Giratina was the odd one out, because Giratina was only accessible in the post-game of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, but is a main game box art legendary Pokemon for Pokemon Platinum, which will be the next Pokemon LP that I will be doing on my channel some point in the future. I cannot tell you when exactly I'll be doing it, but it will be coming up soon. So, we are going to head up to the Temple of Sinnoh. And upon gaining entry down this way, I highly recommend you to save. Trust me on this. Because with me, my team goes as followed. A level 69 Hisuian Decidueye, Umbreon, Shiny Lopunny, pardon me, a level 68 Heracross, a level 67 Hisuian Goodra, and a level 67 Shiny Walrein. My Pokemon team might very well be under level for this bit. Because upon gaining entry towards the Temple of Sinnoh again, we battled against Dialga, we battled against Palkia, So more than likely it is fulfilling to say we might be battling Giratina. So just, this is basically the point where you want to save. Because as soon as you walk up the stairs, a cutscene will happen. The temple lies in ruins now. Columns cracked and broken like pillars now turned into spears, stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of Giratina. Is something bothering you? I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must seem to be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there has been one question that consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? It was in an attempt to answer this question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space-time. So Volo created the space-time rift with Giratina, which is what brought us here. After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't do the trick. So then I had you gather the fragments of the all-encompassing deity, just as the murals of the ruins directed. 18 plates said to be the fragments of the all-encompassing deity. You hold in your hands 17 of them, so you must be wondering, where is the last one? Why, it's right here. Now hand over the place you gathered. I will be the one to bring them all together. My desire to meet Arceus cannot be contained any longer. I need to know what it is. I must know what it is. Yeah, Volo has become unhinged. If I can meet Arceus myself, then I may also be able to subjugate his power. And using that, I will attempt to create a new, better world. Of course, if I create a brand new world, then this Hisui region that we currently exist in will be undone and returned to nothing. You, everyone you know, and all the Pokemon living here will vanish in an instant, as if you'd never been. If you want to keep this world from disappearing, then face me in battle. Not that you have a choice. Even if you don't wish to battle me, I'm not above using force to take those places from you. I went silent for a little bit there to actually let you hear the beginning of the song. Volo was rumoured to have a similarity to a certain Sinnoh character that I did not say anything about. Because I mentioned Commodore shares a resemblance to Professor Rowan, Silene shares a resemblance to Cyrus of Team Galactic, Kogita shared a resemblance to a certain character that I would have mentioned because the resemblance that Kogita gives is the same resemblance that Volo gives. They are both resemblant to the Sinnoh League Pokemon League champion, Cynthia. Because Volo led off with Spiritomb, which is one of the Pokemon that Cynthia uses. He's now brought in an Umbreon, who I believe is another Pokemon that Cynthia uses. Let me just clarify on this front. So if I bring up Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because it's basically a remake of the original Diamond Pearl Platinum, yeah, she does use a Lucario. Right, we're going to go for a bulk up. And of course the music kind of sounds similar to Cynthia's music, but it's slightly different. Okay, there goes his Lucario. His next Pokemon, Togekiss, which is the third Pokemon that Cynthia uses when playing in Pokemon Platinum. Of course, in this game, Togekiss is known to be a fairy flying type. We're going to go right in by using Shadow Claw. Just do as much damage as we possibly can. Obviously it wasn't enough because there's Togekiss using Calm Mind. Okay, don't worry, Heracross. Now, one thing I would definitely be saying in this front, you do not want to be losing your Pokemon in this. When you get the chance to heal them up, do so immediately. Because otherwise, you will have no chance for what's coming up. Okay, Volo using a full restore. Offensive stats return to normal. Of course, Togekiss is going to get the chance to do 2 attacks. Maybe if we negate that to doing just 1. Now he's using Agile Style, so he's going to be doing a case of like, I'm going to attack 3 times. I'm going to have a bit of my banana actually, because I still haven't yet finished my dinner, by the way. Oh, it's retreating. And he sent out Garchomp. Right, in this front, I'm going to use my one and only, actually no, I'm going to save my one and only Max Revive. I'm going to use a regular Revive on Lopunny. Third power, of course, is going to finish me off. And now I'm going to send in Walrein. Let's go right in with using an Ice Beam. The big bad Garchomp is down. And now he sends in Roserade, a 5th Pokemon that Cynthia uses in the champion battle for Pokemon Platinum. We're going to go right in with using Ice Beam again. And he's now sent in Hisuian Arcanine. The one and only Pokemon that Cynthia doesn't use. Because Milotic is not in the game. Right, we're now going to bring in Umbreon. I know I could have technically brought in Hisuian Decidueye, but I'm going to be using my one and only Max Revive on my Hisuian Goodra because I need Goodra more than anything right now. Okay, he's fixated on using Raging Fury. So if I... Okay, it doesn't make any difference. If I use Snoll... Critical damage, nice! Good job there, Umbreon. Of course, he's still fixated in using Raging Fury. I'm going to take this chance to heal. Critical damage. Still fixated on using it. Okay, there you go. Arcanine is down. Now just his Togekiss remains. Right, I'm going to take the liberty in switching out to Hisuian Decidueye. Okay, Air/Mist, thank God. Right, let's go for it. Yeah, let's go for a triple arrows. It's not going to do much, but it lowers the defensive stats, increases my chance of getting a critical hit, and then we'll go for a Shadow Claw. There we go. Now, the reason why I'm saying that you need your team healthy for this is because you defeat Volo. Why? Why you? Why do you have the blessing of Arceus? So my team that I kept alive has leveled up, which is good. Why? How? I've devoted myself to Arceus beyond any other. I worshipped it as the creator of our entire world. I bent all of my passion and interest into its study. All the time I spent poring over the legends, everything that I've done. You outsider. It's almost as if you were spat out of the space-time grid just to get in my way. No. No, this isn't finished yet. Can't you feel it? The chill creeping through your veins. The eldritch presence icing your heart. Here he is. The legendary Pokemon Giratina. Giratina! Strike her down! Yeah. Not only did you have to battle Volo's entire team of 6, but you also have to battle against Giratina without your team being able to be healed. Lopunny is going to be taking a sacrificial fall with Aura Sphere, so I can then bring in Decidueye. And I'm going to take Decidueye's opportunity to fully heal up Umbreon. Giratina's signature move, Shadow Force, allows the Pokemon to become obscure, so it makes it more likely to him to be avoiding damage. But in other games, it was a case of turn 1, you disappear. And then turn 2, you reappear and do damage. I'm going to take this chance to heal up, because Decidueye is actually taking the hits really well so far. Of course, he is going to keep spamming using that move. This is the most powerful move he has in his moveset. Right, Decidueye, please do not miss. Okay, good. Right, that's Shadow Force number 4. We survive once again. We'll heal again. In fact, while this battle is happening, why don't I bring up Volo in a search? Because I can mention to you exactly his team from when you're battling him in this stage. When you battle him 6-on-6, his team consists of Spiritomb that has the moves Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Hypnosis, and Extrasensory. His Roserade only has the moves Petal Dance, Spikes, and Poison Jab, which I question why. His Togekiss will have... Oh, hey, wait a sec. Oh, nice. We actually avoided the Shadow Force. Yeah, I wanted to actually break silent on that bit because the music actually changes when Giratina changes form. This is Giratina's form when you see him in the Distortion world. His other form was known as his altered, like, grounded form. So, yeah. This is basically a case where you battle Volo with a team of 6 and then you battle Giratina twice. Anyway, back to his team. His Togekiss has the moves Air Slash, Calm Mind, Moonblast, and Extrasensory. His Hisuian Arcanine has Raging Fury, Rock Slide, and Crunch. His Lucario has Bullet Punch, Close Combat, Crunch, and Bulk Up. His Garchomp has Earth Power, Dragon Claw, Slash, and Iron Head. But when battling Giratina, he has the moves Aura Sphere, Dragon Claw, Earth Power, and Shadow Force. Decidueye, you were brilliant in part 1 of the Giratina fight. I'm going to give yourself a nice long rest because you deserve it. Umbreon, we miss with Snow. Right, Giratina is no longer obscured. Good. Weaken is attack stat. Unfortunately, Umbreon was not able to survive that, but Umbreon did his job. Goodra, it's up to you. Let us go for an agile style Dragon Pulse. Into a strong style. And there we go. Giratina is defeated. Turning tail and running? From this puny human? Pathetic. I was the one to feed you the power you needed so that you could take on Arceus. I was the one who gave you the chance to claw open that space-time rift, driving the deity of space and the deity of time mad so that you could drag the creator out from hiding. How could this happen? Almighty Arceus, if you have any heart within you, then tell me. The blood of the ancient Sinnoh people flows within my veins, does it not? What is it then that you find so lacking in me? Do you mean to tell me that this world doesn't need to be remade? I can't live with such questions. I can't bear not satisfying this ache to know. Answer me then, Bella. Do you have some dream that propels you as I've had? I don't know. You don't even know. Then perhaps the day will come when you will suffer and agonize as I do now. I am the great wielder of Pokémon, and you battle alongside your Pokémon. In the end, I was alone, but not you. You will fight together with your Pokémon to seize whatever dream you have. Here, take it. Take the plate that started me on this path, the plate I once received from Giratina. My journey is over. My story ended when I lost to you. We received the spooky plate from Volo. I suppose now you've gathered all of the place said to exist in this land of Hishui. And look at this. The Celestica flute is transformed into the Azure flute. This item, if you had save game data of Legends Arceus on your Switch while playing a brand new game of Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, you'll get this item to spawn in your bedroom from the minute you start the game. This item is what is needed for you to encounter the legendary / mythical Pokemon Arceus. So that's it? The Azure flute? It comes to you. So Arceus wishes to meet you. Of all people, you had to be the one. Is that why you were brought to this world? I've no desire to watch from the sidelines as Arceus comes to you. And I absolutely cannot accept a world in which you would never manage to defeat Arceus. Someday, I will solve every riddle in the legends of Hishui's Pokémon. And on that day, I will stand before Arceus at last. No, I will conquer it. No matter how many years, how many decades, how many centuries it takes me. To divide Pokémon. A new task given to us. Seek out all the Pokémon there are to meet, then play your flute upon the dais in the Temple of Sinnoh. Because we have not seen all Pokémon. We've seen 235 out of 234. Oh yeah, Giratina. So yeah. We've still yet to obtain Pokédex number 231, 232, 233, 234, Giratina 237, 238, and, I kid you not, 241 and 242. We will be tackling that in the next episode. See you guys then.